Hey, hi guys, I'm Jitendra Vaswani. I'm here at DMS Bali and I'm with Robbie Richards. Like, he will be sharing some of his case studies and strategies on SEO and link building. And we are here at a very nice conference. And Robbie, he was a speaker here. So Robbie, can you share something about your journey? Like, how did you get started into SEO?
Yeah, so I got started in SEO about 7 years ago, and actually a little bit by accident. I originally started out in social media and analytics,
Right.
And then I was working at a big agency working on pretty big brands.
Right.
One of the people I worked with on the team, he was in SEO, and he got me interested, and then that's kind of how I fell into it. Started working with small local businesses, and over the last 7 years have gradually built up to now where we're working with larger SaaS companies. Yeah.
SaaS companies. So how much experience do you have right now in SEO?
Little over about 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
So what are the SEO strategies like which are working for you in 2020? Like, what are the best SEO strategies? So can you share some of them?
Yeah, really, like a lot of the strategies that are working this year for us, I think are going to continue to work for us next year. But one thing that we're starting to focus in a lot more, especially as we the latter half of this year, is featured snippet optimization.
Feature snippet, yeah, that's very crucial.
Yeah, so like I'm sure a lot of people listening know that, more and more searches these days are generating different, those different SERP features, featured snippets.
Feature snippet, yeah.
Exactly, and so we're doing a lot of testing now with our clients where we're basically going through identifying all the keywords they currently rank like position 1 or 2 in, using Ahrefs, for example.
Right.
And then we're just analyzing which ones they rank like 1 or 2 for, but they don't have the snippet, and then looking at what their competitors are doing that maybe is helping them grab that snippet, and then we're basically going through like in batches of 5 and trying to optimize. And today we've got about 2 out of 4 we average 40% or so that we're at managing to kind of steal from our competitors, which adds up a lot when you're doing it across a large amount of content.
Okay, is it possible to rank featured snippet for discount coupon keywords? Like, it's very hard, like for the review keywords, like iPhone 10 review, for example, right?
Yeah.
But if you want to rank for like some competitive keywords, like for the discount and coupons, so is it possible to have featured snippet?
Yeah, it is, absolutely. Did you say coupon?
Yes, discount coupon keywords like.
Yeah, that's honestly one that I haven't worked in that one a lot more. For review-based keywords, typically like using the tabled snippets.
Yes.
There's like 4 or 5 primary snippet types that you use.
Yes. Yeah.
We've had some success there. Also bullet lists, like just structuring your posts. Really not that difficult. The way you structure your content really has a big impact on what you can and cannot win in the snippets. So.
Okay. So what is your best content audit strategies? Like yesterday you shared a lot of tips, so can you share with my audience like who don't have a video for DMS conference?
Yeah, exactly. So in terms of like a real 10,000 foot view of our content audit process is we'll go through and we'll use a tool like Screaming Frog, yes. Yeah, and we'll set a few different filters where we're pulling down all of the content that can be essentially indexed or drive traffic from the search engines. And then a cool feature of Screaming Frog now is to have direct API access to tools like Google Analytics, Ahrefs. So you can connect those tools, and then what it does is it maps like link data, conversion data, traffic data down to the URLs, and then you basically look at all that data for each page, and you can start making strategic recommendations on whether you should, for example, just keep content. Maybe it needs to be improved to get more conversions or traffic, or maybe you've got 2 competing assets on your site that you might need to merge together, and you can start making these recommendations and get a lot more value from your existing content.
Okay, and how do you fight with the Google algorithm updates? Like there's an update every day. So how do you fight for the rankings and traffic? Like sometimes traffic is going up and down. So how do you fight with the competition with Google algo? Yeah,
luckily with a lot of our clients we haven't really had many issues because a lot of the same principles that applied years ago are still applied. Hey, like if you're doing it clean, so to speak.
White hat SEO.
Yeah, and like I hate saying the word quality content, things like that. But if you are producing it and you're creating things that are genuinely helping people and is better than the competition, and you're avoiding things like the content order process that I just touched on, will surface things like really thin content or where maybe like the example I gave in this talk yesterday was a site where they're using tons of ads and they have very little copy on the page. It's a lot of it's common sense. Like I feel like algorithm updates and things like that, people really overcomplicate.
Right?
Exactly, yeah.
And what is your best anchor text strategy like for getting the backlinks? Like it should be exact match, like how much, like out of 10 links. So Can you tell me the variations here?
Yeah, I would say, like we typically, when we're building a campaign, we try not to really go definitely not over 10%, maybe closer to 5% for exact match, and even we try to do a lot more branded, naked URL, generic sort of anchors, and disperse a few partial or exact matches through that, depending on the amount of links we're building.
So suppose if I want to rank for like best social media services in New York, right? So that's my keyword.
Yep.
So what will be your anchor text strategy, like in terms of getting the backlinks? If you can share something here.
Yeah, so like since that's more of a local SEO play, you probably don't need quite as many links. So I would be probably, I'm guessing if you have 5 or 10 quality backlinks, that would move the needle. So I would be maybe having one exact, maybe 1 or 2 in there where it's a partial match, like maybe it's just social media or social media services, you're dropping the geographic modifier, right?
Right.
But then all the other ones might be more generic or base level terms like services or like a naked URL or definitely at least half of them being branded terms as well.
Like XYZ brand. Like.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So these kind of anchor text can really help you to get some rankings.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is your link building strategy like you have seen in 2020? So can you share some case studies from your previous customers?
Yeah, so we do quite a bit of link building for our customers. One campaign has been working very well recently. A lot of the companies we work with are fairly established brands, so they've got a little bit of a brand footprint, so to speak. But unlinked mentions is a fantastic going out and basically, especially off the bat, if they're working with a PR company, mining wherever their brand's being mentioned, but they're not being linked to, which you can use a lot of different tools like Ahrefs to find those opportunities quickly, and reaching out. And we recently did that for this wasn't a software company, it was a startup accelerator out of Boston. Lots of PR, did the unlinked mention campaign, and I think we sent 94 emails and we got 18 links, and the average domain rating was 60.
That's very nice, like a very good.
Well, the power of that campaign is typically when you're getting brand mentions, like especially for larger companies, they're always on big publications, news sites and things like that, so very powerful.
So your favorite keyword research tool, like SEMrush or Ahrefs?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I actually use both of them together to really, because one will find opportunities, the other one doesn't. But in terms of a strategy, again, keyword research can be overcomplicated. There's a lot of different ways you can approach it. My favorite way to do it is basically to perform subfolder analysis. So
subfolder, okay.
Yeah, I talked a little bit about that yesterday, but if you're, for example, if you're working, like you got a nutrition website, and you're looking for the highest traffic keyword opportunities for that specific area, I might go to a site like Healthline, look at their subfolders, and I'll see that they have a nutrition subfolder on their site with thousands of pages. Click in there and I can see all their nutrition specific topics. But let's just say you're an affiliate site though, and you're wanting to find all those more mid-funnel affiliate terms. You could again use a tool like Ahrefs or SEMrush or any one of those, and you could go in and look at all their keywords and just filter out the ones where it's containing the word best or alternative or comparison, those kind of more investigatory terms. Those are going to be most valuable for that type of business. So you can really like laser focus your keyword research based on how you monetize your website.
Yeah, because it's very important, like finding those kind of keywords, like being into. And how do you find the keywords for competitive niches? Like, do you use Ahrefs to find?
I use both tools for those really, SEMrush and Ahrefs. I always just use them side by side.
And what the basic search volume like you are taking, like if you want to rank for this keyword, like what is the basic search volume like you always prefer to work on those niches like?
Yeah, I typically, it really depends. Like if it's in a really small niche, then like the search volume threshold is going to be a lot lower. Sometimes it'll go down to like 20 searches a month, but I try not to look so much at volume of keyword. I like to look at the traffic metrics of the page, because collectively like a page might rank for a keyword that only has 20 search volumes as the primary term, but it could be ranking for hundreds of terms, and collectively that could add up to a decent amount of traffic. So I really like to more look at the traffic potential as opposed to keyword, not the volume.
So not the volume. So are you speaking at some other events like this year or next year?
No, I'm not going to be speaking at any more this year. I might speak at one next year, I'm not sure. I don't do a ton of speaking. I like it more for the networking and
networking event, just like me.
And sharing a little bit about what we're working on. So, I haven't had any things pop up yet. Maybe I'll do one more. I try to do 1 or 2 a year, that's about it. So.
Okay, so how my readers can find you on social media? Like, do you want to share some links like?
Yeah, like I got my website, robbierichards.com, and then on Twitter, you can catch me there. It's just Robbie Rich Marketing, so ROBBIERICHMKTG.
Thank you so much, Robbie. So I will be dropping like the link below in this video for the Robbie's presentation yesterday, and it was very nice and detailed. Like it was very amazing. So I will be sharing the link with you people, so you can have a look at the description below. So thank you so much, Robbie, for sharing your stuff with us, and I'm glad like you're on my show, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. Bye bye.